No one's really gone.
Save your strength, Andy.
Off balance. Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating? Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore.
Attacking from our blind spot.
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Got you covered.
Stay safe.
Quick shot.
A sound strategy.
Time to pin them down. Get behind me.
Fall back. Resolve. Wide open.
Got you covered.
Flip the switch. What you deserve. Proxy, let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
This is the place.
So, what is it that you're looking?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be...
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. I know it might sound... I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Neither do I.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
What's wrong, Vivian? You've seemed worried for a while now.
I'm worried about Sienna. Her location should still be safe. I hope so.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened? I guess this was... There's one thing I must... Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scanned my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption polyp. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure it. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. If it's okay, could you also tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, thank you.
She was betting that we'd help her. So, you were aware of this the whole time? Yes. You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see but the things I see are always something bad. Plagues. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously
I always try to avoid her.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every...
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here.
If only she would just...
I'm sorry. Every time. In the end. There's not. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me or if my very existence is
Vivian, it's not...
You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I hope no misfortune ever happens to anyone. Proxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
That's quite the sudden question.
In my memories, this has happened countless times already.
Leave it to me, Andy.
Why can I only see these misfortunes? Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness? Off balance.
Right on cue. Time to pin them down.
Proxy, the fissure that we're looking for is up ahead. I'm on it. Mind the blind spots. It's time.
Save your strength, Andy.
Move behind me.
What you disengaging head on. Fire support ready.
Wide open. Loyalty. Dot.
The target's weary. This bullet will reach its mark.
Sound strategy.
Support in position. Quick shot. Adjusting for wind. Target locked. Time to pin them down. You're in my sights.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you. She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you. Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know?
I'm curious about your story, Vivian, but we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I'm very patient.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of it. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are, but every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me any...
Why would I be offended? That's just who you are, Vivian. Besides, we're friends.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
It's not a curse. Actually...
Thank you. Well, it's getting late. Bringer's below. Looks like it isn't in here. Strange, there's nothing in here. This is it. This notebook is what but I don't know what these markings on it mean.
Well, hello, Master Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your life.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete
Hang on. Did you say companion?
Apologies. I didn't have a chance. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thieves Syndicate. Mocking...
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to
So the whole time you were only bidding on...
I warned you before. You can't...
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have... As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves Syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity... So, disclose...
But Lycon said that you're very dangerous, and we should be careful.
Then I imagine he's also told you about some of our past. And I'm sure Mockingbird's purpose is very simple.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. People from tops splurge on luxurious collect. Of course, Besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of somebody has to do something, and thus Mockingbird, if you ask me, that's enough to be
All right.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, however, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on... We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those... And the most crucial part of this whole game, we share the same goal for the moment. Stopping the How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you... He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to... Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided...
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along.
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is... Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time work.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook.
How about it? Will you...
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to...
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are...
Then you've certainly come to the... My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock status and top, at which point, I'll be sure...
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that I was hoping you could recommend.
You want to join Tops? That's easier said than done. Even...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, but in exchange, you'll have to...
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing...
Then that means I also need to keep an eye on...
Mr. Hartman, if I betray you, then you merely...
You do make a valid point there.
I appreciate your
Why don't we celebrate our new part? Having a drink before undertaking...
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of...
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees.
Seems you'll... All right, let's leave it at...
Who killed Serena?
She was the only one who was ever any...
That's why they say once a mongrel... Father! We have to punish him!
Serena had been ranked
pure evil. Typical.
Hugo, did you do...
Yes, it was I...
He admitted it! Father,
He has no right to live under this...
why don't we reunite him with Serena?
Hugo? Well done. My children. How many times have I told you? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and like Hugo here, who is willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and... But it's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment. As for the rest of you, go... As I've told you before, there's only room for one. This is all for your own good.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
That really... Soon, it'll all...
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. Today was quite eventful. If I were to head back now, I probably wouldn't be able to fall asleep. You're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time. I used to feel hurt. Why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift. Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet. I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible. By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know, but judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mom. And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think I digress. He ran away and ended up after that. They formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness.
So...
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is like... I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait.